Hello everyone! Today's video is a how-to tutorial on how I draw SeaWings, and I'm just going to give you some tips maybe and some other things on SeaWings. So let's get started. Okay, so to start on this whole thing, I basically like to picture SeaWings as like being obviously more round because I just think they would be more round, but they would be like pretty short, almost like tiny, because there's lots of things in the ocean and they gotta fit in small spaces underneath the water. So yep. And then I also imagine their wings to be smaller because I remember specifically in one part, I believe in Peril's book, when she was traveling with Turtle, he didn't like flying as much and he preferred to swim because they do live in the water, so they prefer to swim instead of fly. So I imagine their wings to be smaller, but maybe not too small. And, just everything to be really round, and their tail to be not as long, probably more thick, because, good defense mechanism or whatever. And then for all of the features, I imagine their ears to be bigger because it'd be cuter. And then their horns are more swirly, but I guess that's normally how they are. And then we have the web frill things, which I'm not sure what those are called. I just call them frills. I never know how to draw them. Like here I have they're almost like little teardrops, but I kind of change around how I draw them because I honestly don't know how I like them, so I kind of just mess around with them. Now for their spots, I've seen it be done differently. I draw all of the different shining scales. I don't know what you would call them, the shiny scales, but I draw them all basically the same. Sometimes I might switch it up, but they're just all the same pattern and everything. But I know some people like to draw them in different patterns and stuff. But also, how would the SeaWings understand each other's aquatic if they have different scale patterns? You know what I'm talking about? But it does look cool when they all have different scale patterns. That still looks really cool. And I find it cool that the royal family have a special pattern on their wings that light up. I think that's a pretty cool touch. SeaWings are definitely my favorite tribe to draw because they just look so maybe not colorful, but their design is just so cool. They have so many cool interest aspects into their design, and I just love all the colorful scales and everything. They're just my favorite to draw. When I'm bored in school, I'll draw on my paper or on the back of my paper while I'm waiting for the class to move on. I have also been trying to learn how to make all the different tribes different other than coloring and the style of drawing them. I'm trying to figure out their body size, or maybe they're more squishy, I don't know, more rounded out or sharper with all the lines. Ice wings, I would imagine they would be really sharp because in their design normally they have really sharp icicle spike things, and I just think that's really cool. So I've just been trying to make all the different tribes different as they possibly can be. And also I think I'm gonna make a little series on how to draw the different tribes, which is 10 of them, so 10 little episodes, and I'm trying to make them not too long so that then you don't have to watch a really long video on how to draw just one type of dragon. Now for the drawing part of this, I really liked the drawing I did, and I did tsunami because I just thought maybe I could do all the different, maybe like the main characters. So like for the next one, I'm gonna do a Mudwing, and it'll probably be Clay because he's like the Mudwing everybody knows. Like if you had to name one Mudwing, it would probably, the first name to come to your mind would probably be Clay. So yes. I also want to mention, every time I try to draw like a dragon standing up just straight up, their legs kind of tilt almost. Like the back legs here, they look like she's like leaning almost backwards, and I find that so funny. I just cannot get the same, like the correct balance in the drawing, which is really funny because I've been drawing them since August, like a couple months now, but yeah, it's still a struggle for me. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to draw SeaWings and like my tips and tricks for them. And yeah, I just hope you have a good rest of your day or night or whatever time of day it is for you. And I will see you next time. Bye!